According to recent claims made by Rhea Ripley, top talents in WWE have been treated like disposable. Due to a broken orbital bone, the Eradicator will not be appearing on WWE television as of the October 29th NXT episode. A question on the challenges faced by women in professional wrestling was posed to the Eradicator during an interview with Jazzy's World. Women have gone a long way from being taken for granted in the firm, the 28-year-old pointed out. Rhea Ripley was severely assaulted last month on WWE NXT in the parking lot by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez of the Judgment Day. The reason for her previous betrayal of Liv Morgan was explained by WWE Raw star Rhea Ripley. The two superstars are now fierce rivals on the Red brand, despite their past as a tag team. In an exclusive conversation with Dr. Chris Featherstone of Sportskeeda Wrestling, Rhea Ripley discussed her earlier decision to leave Morgan. She wanted to have the upper hand because she believed Morgan was going to betray her, according to the former champion. Another athlete who had to give up her Women's World Championship title after holding it for 380 days was Rhea Ripley, who hurt her shoulder earlier this year. The exact date of Ripley's comeback to the ring is still unknown. Rhea Ripley spoke out strongly in an interview that rocked the WWE Universe about the underappreciation of the company's top talents. Ripley is one of WWE's best because to her bold attitude, both in and out of the ring, as well as her perseverance, hard work, and devotion. She has now moved to her platform to speak out against an unpleasant reality. She claims that many of WWE's top performers are taken for granted. The interview was conducted behind the scenes after an exceptionally demanding encounter. Ripley began to reflect on how the profession she loves, but believes at times overlooks its stars, as she sat down, still trying to regain her breath. People see us in the ring and think it's all glamour and glory, she added with her usual ferocity. They place an inflated value on popularity, belts, and fan support. However, the underbelly of wrestling is something that the general public hardly sees. According to Ripley, the WWE timetable is completely unique. We're always traveling, she said. It's like spending every day in a suitcase, never seeing loved ones, and battling through injuries, all for the sake of providing fans with a memorable experience. Still, we drive each other crazy when we have a bad performance or fall short of our lofty goals. Some fans treat us like we're not valuable after just one slip-up or terrible performance. Because of her obvious life experience, Ripley was able to make her point. She has seen personally over the last many years how the business can produce stars, only to swiftly deflate them. From seeing her friends climb and fall, she knows firsthand how difficult it is to become famous. According to her, the most painful part was seeing her fellow athletes, who are among the most dedicated and gifted individuals on the planet, ignored whenever they aren't under the microscope. There's this notion that we're unbeatable, she said, her voice becoming somewhat more kind. People assume we're unbeatable just because we're WWE stars. Yet, we are fallible mortals. People injure us. We are exhausted. Bad days happen to us. The fact that some fans treat us like robots, however, is absolutely insane to me. I don't believe it's right that they're prepared to give up on us the second we make a mistake. She used a recent event involving one of WWE's up-and-coming stars as an example. Despite a run of outstanding performances, Ripley revealed that this superstar was subjected to a deluge of internet criticism following a single lackluster performance. I saw someone completely dominate it for months, but I won't mention names, she remarked. Night after night, this individual was giving it their all. Then there was that one match when nothing went according to plan. Why was that? Their admirers betrayed them. Ripley drew closer, his frustration plainly showing. It's as if the moment someone makes a mistake, everyone forgets about their good deeds. Even the most famous WWE performers are human and have flaws. I find it particularly frustrating because those who criticize lack any understanding of our work. As Ripley dug more, her enthusiasm shone through as she made the astute observation that WWE superstars' tremendous devotion is sometimes overlooked. Our lives are being risked repeatedly every night. It's more than simply getting in there and wrestling. Continual training, overcoming ailments, and performing under continual pressure are all part of it. The reason we're all here is because we adore this industry. But it's discouraging when certain fans treat it as if none of it mattered. Ripley also addressed several common myths about becoming a WWE superstar in the interview. People see us on TV and assume we're living it up, and to a certain extent, they're right. There is a cost, however. There is a terrible timetable for travel. You hardly have a moment to catch your breath, much less recuperate. The impact on your personal life is another consideration. We all miss out on special occasions like birthdays, holidays, and family gatherings. This company only. But honestly, how many fans give it any thought at all? The WWE Universe often disregards the sacrifices made by its stars, as Ripley pointed out. To amuse her audience, she recounted the tales of other wrestlers who had forgotten important dates in their lives, such as birthdays, anniversaries, and even the arrival of their own children. It's the life we picked, she said, and she wouldn't change a thing. However, I do hope that more people could empathize with our situation. Looking back on her own path, Ripley acknowledged that there were times when she wondered whether the hardships were worthwhile. Every superstar goes through those moments, she said. You've been on the road for what seems like an eternity, and your body is battered and worn out. Additionally, there are moments when you question if someone is really concerned. However, your motivation for doing this becomes clear. You keep in mind the supporters who really value it, the ones who stick with you no matter what. We will not rest until we have won those battles. But her audience was far larger than that. Ripley was not shy in taking aim at the WWE as a whole. I believe it's critical for WWE to acknowledge and appreciate every single talent, not only the elite few. A lot of the company's superstars are underappreciated despite their immense skill and hard effort. Everyone on the roster, not just the ones whose faces are on the posters, deserves greater recognition. Ripley had portrayed a world where WWE superstars give their all without receiving anything in return at the conclusion of the interview. She persevered through it all because her passion for wrestling was unfaltering. The reason she was there, she said, was because she loved it. I've come this far because I have faith in our mission and in the impact we can have. However, I believe it is reasonable to request that those we dedicate ourselves to show a modicum of respect and gratitude. A large number of fans and wrestlers were affected by her remarks. Many listeners took Ripley's advice to heart and realized they should be grateful to their heroes more often for everything they do. Many of Ripley's fellow wrestlers took to social media to share their stories and provide similar encouragement.